तीन महामंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश मंत्र। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
जय श्री माता जी। दोनों हाथ माँ के सामने, अपने हृदय में श्री माता जी को देखेंगे। माँ की छवि को अपने हृदय में स्थिर करते हुए परम पूजनीय श्री माता जी, हमारे इस हृदय को स्वच्छ एवं पावन कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हम सभी अज्ञानी हैं। हम सबकी अज्ञानता के कारण यदि आपके शान के खिलाफ जाने अनजाने में हुई गलतियों को आप ही क्षमा कर सकती हैं। संपूर्ण चित्त बीचों बीच हृदय में ही दोनों हाथों पे अपनी आंखों में श्री माता जी को रखते हुए अपने संपूर्ण चित्त को राइट स्वादिष्ठान श्री निर्मल चित्त मंत्र ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्मल चित्त साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। संपूर्ण चित्त राइट स्वादिष्ठान पर रखते हुए माँ हमें स्वयं को देखने की शक्ति दीजिए। अपने संपूर्ण चित्त को नीचे से ऊपर पिंगला नाड़ी पे श्री माता जी, हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी में जो भी अतिरिक्त सोच है उसे शांत कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें हमारे ही विचारों से मुक्त कीजिए। संपूर्ण चित्त नीचे से ऊपर पिंगला नाड़ी पे अपने संपूर्ण चित्त को दोनों हाथों में जो कुछ भी है उसे माँ के श्री चरणों में समर्पित करेंगे। श्री माता जी, हमारे समर्पण को स्वीकार कीजिए। संपूर्ण चित्त बाएं हृदय पे। श्री माता जी, हमारी आत्मा को प्रकाशित कीजिए। हमारी आत्मा में क्षमा का तत्व, ज्ञान का तत्व, प्रेम का तत्व प्रदान कीजिए। संपूर्ण चित्त बाएं विशुद्धि पे। श्री माता जी, हमारी विशुद्धि को शांत कीजिए। श्री माता जी,
I'm sorry I was a little late today, but I'm sure you must have enjoyed each other. And the enjoyment of collectivity is very great. Once it happened, I was going to some place and the plane was very late and I was a little worried that I'll be reaching late there. But actually the plane was so late that I reached after 7 hours more. And all the people were waiting for that time at the airport. That was in Delhi. And when I reached there, they looked so fresh and nice. I was surprised. I said, "Did you go home?" "Oh, no, we were waiting here only for you at the airport." All singing, dancing nicely the whole night. It's something about Sahaja Yoga that every moment we can enjoy. We can enjoy for our benefit. Modern ideas are, as in the West is, especially in America, that we must enjoy every moment of our life. But actually all these enjoyments that they have are self-destructive. The kind of things they do, like drinking, or they go to places where they start fighting, or else they do all other hopeless things that should not be done. And thus their collectivity becomes very dangerous. So much so that they are smuggling or they are killing. They all become collective to do something very harmful to themselves or to their nation. But Sahajagis don't know this kind of enjoyment. Every moment is filled with such joy for them when they are in collective. I could see that yesterday when you had gathered at the airport and were waiting for me. When I came, I saw your faces all shining with joy. Today we have decided to have a puja of the Devi, of the goddess, in the form which are many. Many a times she has taken birth to protect human beings from the evil forces and to give them sense of security. But I don't think in any one of our lives she did self-realization job. This is the most interesting, most lovable job. She had to fight all kinds of evil people and protect the devas, the people who were good people also, who were suffering for their innocence and simplicity. All this was long time back. But these are special blossom times where all of you have to become fruits. So many flowers were there on this earth, and you have to now become the fruits. It is very heartening to see that in Russia and Ukraine, people are so spiritually sensitive. It is very, very blissful for all of you to be realized souls. All this collective happening is definitely going to bring very great emancipation for the whole world. There are problems in our country. But now I am telling all the Sahajogis that whatever you have got, you must project that power of the goddess deliberately. It is very enjoyable to be a Sahajogi. Also you are spreading Sahajoga very fast, just like fire. Because this land, surprisingly, these both the countries are so much sensitive to spirituality. But this power of the goddess that you have got within yourself has now to be deliberately projected. For example, when once I came here, when you were having a coup, very difficult time, and perhaps I managed it. But now you all can manage. You all can project. For example, now I find the problem here is more of financial. Now, if you all project your mind to this problem, you will realize what's the cause of it. The devotion you have for me is very gratifying. I am your mother, and I am also mother of the Ukraine people. But I am also the mother of Russia and the whole of Ukraine. I will be only satisfied when all the problems of this country and of Ukraine will be solved by you. You don't have to depend on your government for that. I have been telling you that I have noticed why this country is going down. So this power of the goddess that you have within yourself will give you so much of understanding through the enlightened intelligence that you can really solve the problem. Now, first thing I have noticed in this country that people think that the whole Western world is like paved with gold. It's all right, I'll try it.
It's another mic.
All right. I'll keep it like that. It is not paved with gold. They are not at all full of joy as you are. They don't have the kind of faces you have, full of beauty, full of satisfaction. But if you see it minutely, they are having little problem even with the finances. Now the problem in this country is because all kinds of foreign goods have come from these Western countries. There is a complete recession in those countries. Nothing sells. And this is all junk, useless things they are sending to your country, to Ukraine, and to all the Eastern Bloc. Whatever rubles you have spent, you are wasting on these junky things. When in my country there was a struggle of independence, then Mahatma Gandhi said, we will not buy a single thing from abroad. And then he said that if we don't buy anything from foreign, then our industries, our handicrafts will come up. And he changed the lifestyle of our country. Everybody had to wear hand-woven, hand-spun clothes, or which are made only in India. Even today in India, you cannot get anything imported in the market. And if anybody tried to sell anything, the young volunteers like students and young people used to go and stand before the shops and used to say, don't buy foreign things. And that time there were Britishers ruling us, so they would arrest, doesn't matter. So, all the import was stopped. Now, even today, we cannot buy anything imported in the market. Of course, there are some stupid people who smuggle, and some stupid people want to take to that kind of a culture. But they are very few, and they are all getting exposed due to the power of the goddess in that country. So, you are duty-bound to your own country. This is the Mother Earth which has given you a place, has given you the birth. And as such, you have to look after the prestige and the well-being of this country. I am amazed to see so many junky shops brought in here by these Americans, and all the people wasting their precious money on this junk. But once you stop completely, boycott all these things coming from the foreign countries, then you'll be amazed. What will they do here? They are all against the divine power of love, because they want to exploit. If you love somebody, you cannot exploit others. This is not a very nourishing thing for your country. All their styles, if you want to see what they are doing in the West, you will be shocked. They have destroyed everything that was beautiful given to them by the goddess. They have no sense of a pious life. They have no sense of spirituality. They just know money, money, money. They have no sense of morality. Without morality, how can you please the goddess? So you have to understand that if you are Sahajogis, what will please the goddess. Unless and until you can please the goddess, you can never be joyous, you can never be good Sahaja-Buddhist. For that, you must have wisdom to understand what will please the goddess. I don't think Western people have even half of wisdom that you have, except for Sahaja-Yogis, of course, because they think of these temporary pleasures all the time, and they get into immoral lifestyle which is against the power of the goddess. They are suffering from horrible incurable disease. They kill their parents, they kill their children. There's no question of love. The power of the goddess is of love. Whatever she does with the whole world is through her compassion and love. The whole body, the whole being of the goddess is made of compassion and love and nothing else. This power gives full understanding of the reality, and also this enlightens inside and outside. For example, if you love somebody, you know everything about that person. It has nothing to do with money. It's the highest, most valuable, very important powers that you have. Even when you think about something noble, something benevolent, this power is filled into that thought. And then this thought fills into the universe, into your country, into individuals. The aim of this compassion and love is only one, to see everyone joyous, that's all. Joyous in the real sense of the word. This power cares for the collective as well as for the individual. It cares for the whole world as well as a particular nation. All the time this power works, especially in modern times, to better the lives of people of the whole world. But unfortunately, not. There are many countries like you who have heart to feel the love of their mother goddess. So it's like an ocean of love and compassion that wants to touch every shore. It wants to touch every heart. But some are just like stones. Russia has a very great heart as well as Ukraine. Also I find in the Eastern Bloc, I don't know how they have developed this great noble heart. We are not to think them to be low because they are not so rich. What's the use of the riches where you cannot even trust your own children and children cannot trust their own parents? They kill each other for money. Of course, this effect also is there, that there are people who want money at any cost. I promise that all such mafias will be finished in no time. If you all decide that you are not going to be afraid of them, and if you all in your meditation ask that they should be finished, it will be done. You should, as yesterday asked for my good health, you ask for the betterment of your country. These are the deliberations of your thoughts. Your intelligence will sharpen so much. This is I call as a supreme intelligence, by which you will see the point and you will be able to solve these problems. So first, you have to be patriotic. I must say, when I went to China, I was amazed. Though they are communists, they are very patriotic. They are very moral also. I found that the way they have grown in their finances, it is because all the people who have gone out of China are sending money in China to develop. This conference, when I went there, I was amazed how the volunteers who were just students offered their services free. The students offered their services free. They were at the airport, they were in the hotels, they were in the markets, everywhere they were standing to see that this conference becomes successful. Otherwise, Chinese are very fond of food, but they would not even take their food the whole day. They would be. For example, they were very kind to me, and when we went out, the whole day we were out, the driver never complained that he had no food, nothing. They are not realized souls. But when I came out to go in the car, they all would come and put a hand on the entrance of the car so that I should not hit. And they looked after all the people who were not so healthy, old, or those who could not walk. They carried the chair up to the Great Wall of China. I mean, so much so that I saw on the television that people who had come there, even Americans, were crying to go back. And the Americans, such stone-hearted people, also were saying that we miss Islam in our country. It was so touching and so obvious in these modern times when people are so dry and so money-oriented. These people worked without any money. They wouldn't take any tips or anything. We went for shopping and we gave realization to so many. They're in the shop. We went to the bazaar, we gave shop. They were all getting realized very fast. I told them one thing when they asked. I said, Russians do not like because Chinese go there and marry, Russian women, and then they give up and bring their own wives. So they told me the reason is, Russian women are very good for divorce. They take to divorce very fast and very dominating. Not surgeries, not surgery. But the Chinese women are not like that. They are very wise. They know their role is very important and that their children are to be created who should be very good Chinese. Normally they don't want to go out of the family and neglect the children, not at all. But if they have a grandmother or somebody, then they leave the children with them, who are also very, very affectionate and kind. And then they go out to work. But I was amazed, they were doing all kinds of work as Russians do. They may not drive trains, may not be big industries, because the Chinese women are so short and so dainty. While by God's grace, God has given you people a better health and better heights, and they really appreciate saying that, see, they are like giants, what are we? We are pygmies. I was surprised because they did not criticize anyone, but for everybody they knew what to praise. Very surprising that also for American people who were there, they said they are still childish. They have to still grow. Surprising, I thought that these were so insulting. They are trying to show off everything. They are childish. I don't bother about the kind of government they have or you have. But what is most important is what sort of people we are. I was surprised at them. They were very much concerned about their children. How they behave, how they talk, how they are related to others. They teach their children that you must share your things. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to all the children. It's just like such that we want all the people to enjoy everything together. Also the way they respect the art of their country. I was amazed they know all about their artists in their country. Such a big country. They also know what sort of art is produced in this part or that part or any part. I was really amazed. Especially the men. In India, our men are hopeless. They are not bothered about art at all. They don't know anything. They don't know how to even to clean the house or clean the utensils, nothing. Of course, they don't know even how to cook. They are another children, I must say. We have to learn a lot. I think in this women play a part because women do everything and keep the men absolutely ignorant. So the man is completely under the hand of the woman. They don't know the roads, they don't know the cities, nothing. The woman knows. Now if you ask them, what is this carpet, from what country? They'll say, we don't know from where it is. It is very important for you to know your country, to love your country. If you don't know your country, how will you love? If you don't know your mother, how will you love? It's a very great power working there, and I'm sure one day these Chinese also will join your group completely. With love comes another thing, which is the respect. As you people are here of different places, of different qualities and capabilities, but you love each other. You don't disrespect anyone because somebody is dark-colored or a fair-colored person. Because your love has given those special, subtle inner eyes, which sees the inner beauty of it. You enjoy each other because you know the value of love. As I said, love is the most important, the most valuable thing. But this love has to be absolutely pure love, without lust and greed. You should not love somebody because you want to take advantage of that person or because that person has money or some sort of attraction. Love doesn't identify with anyone whatsoever. It just feels. It's love for love's sake. Thus, you realize what powers you have. For example, yesterday when I came, they had locked up all the doors with computers. I don't know why you have taken to computer which doesn't understand love. So many planes were coming, it was all piled up, thousands and thousands. They can't get out because the doors are locked with the computer. What is the need to have computer for doors? You have so many human beings. Why not ask them to do the job as they did in China? There's no chaos, no piling up. Anybody thousands, you see, 10,000, 20,000 people were there. All went through proper channel because of love and respect. Nowhere in the world I have seen gates being locked by computer. Why should Russia try to become so modern and mechanized? I can't understand. So, one has to know that if you take to this mechanization too much, you lose the power of love. This industrialization in the West has ruined these people. They have no hearts. Well, the power of the goddess cannot work through robots, can it? As far as possible, you don't need any mechanization. It happened once in Ganpatipure that mics failed completely. And the music we could not start. So somebody came from Delhi organization and told me, Mother, we have people from Noida who don't require mics. I had never heard about that group. I had never known there is such group. They were never given a chance to sing even because they might be called as rustic people, maybe the village. So immediately I said, all right, let them come on the stage. And even today you will know that all of us know about Noida music. They sang with love, with such a big voice, that all over the world now you can hear the music of Noida, the rustic poetry of Noida. So, for love you don't require sophistication. If you have real love, you become so gentle, so sweet. It is the greatest blessings of the goddess. But love doesn't make you mad. Some people think that if you are in love with somebody, you can kill anybody you like if you cannot get that love. They are doing it everywhere. Love is something so pure that is very powerful and it acts. Just as I was telling yesterday, they were all locked up there. And so many were, all of them were worried, see, trying to tell them that I should be allowed to come out. They were not willing to listen to anyone. They were not willing to listen to anyone. Just I said, you all forget, let me handle it. I just went and stood before that gentleman. Immediately he took my passport and stamped.
Я просто подошла, встала перед этим человеком. Немедленно он взял мой паспорт и поставил штамп там.
Without argument, without any problem. Because it is silent, but it acts in such a beautiful way. It is also very intelligent. It gives you solutions. It is down to earth because it wants to manifest. It will not harm anyone. It will not trouble anyone. I always give the example of the intelligent cell which is at the end of a root. This root starts growing and this little cell, very little, it knows how to go in. Now supposing it meets a stone, all right, it goes round a stone, nicely binds it to flower. The manifestation is that when the big tree will come, it will be supported by these stones. So this simple love that he puts around the stone ultimately manifests. Thus this love, this power of the goddess is very subtle, silent, but it manifests. All these manifestations, you call them as miracles. You may call them by any name. It is this goddess which is ruling this universe, which is in your center heart, which looks after you and looks after the whole universe, is nothing but pure desire of love. It knows how to express It knows how to act. You don't have to do anything. It's spontaneous. What goes against is your mental activity. Because the mental activity will say, oh my, how can you love somebody like this? It's no use. It's a mental activity which gives you funny ideas. The mental activity is limited and linear. Everybody has different fixed ideas. That's why they are fighting. That's why they are having wars. But this power that is of love gives you the absolute truth. Then how can you fight? So what we need is this power, because our power is very limited. I know you all love me very much, but you must love each other. You must respect each other, then only I will feel that there has been manifestation of this love. We were in one Sahajogi's house and he had called other Sahajogis also to meet me. I had to take dinner in his house. It was decided before. I didn't know he had cooked for all the people who had come. So I told them, now all right, the session is over, you can go home, because I thought this man cannot cook for so many people. So as they were going down, he came, Mother, what have you done? I've cooked for all of them. Really? Now where are they gone? They are on the street. So I went down the staircase, running up to the stairs, I said, come back, come back, come back. And they really laughed. And this gentleman who had cooked for them, Sahajogi, was so overjoyed. And we all enjoyed the food very much that night. There is a very sweet story in the Ramayana. I must tell you about this love. When Sri Rama went to jungle, into jungle in his exile, that time there was a very old lady who had few teeth left, who was a great devotee of Sri Ram. Her whole life was dreaming about seeing Sri Ram sometime. And when she saw Sri Ram, she absolutely was full of joy. She was rustic from aboriginal tribe, which in India, according to caste system, is very low. But she had gathered some rustic things called bear, which is what you call here, I don't know, the little berries.
Little berries.
And she went and told Sri Ram that this I have seen, because you don't like sour things, I have tested all of them with my teeth, and that's how I've selected for it. In India, nobody will eat if somebody has touched that with the mouth. Nobody eats, It's very unhygienic according to Indian standards of hygiene. Only the goddess, if she eats some food and if she touches something food, that's regarded as very holy. This was the other way round. She was offering to an incarnation something tested by her, spoilt. So Sri Ram, he had the same power of the goddess. He immediately took those from her, all the fruits, started eating, and he said, I've never seen such fruits full of ambrosia, amrutpal. So his wife said, can I have some also? But the brother was very furious. He said, he thought this woman has not been at all protocolish, and he wanted to hit her. But when the wife of Sri Rama asked for the fruit, he kept quiet. Then the wife Sita, she ate it, and she said, really, what fruits these are? I have never eaten such fruits of ambrosia. Then the brother started thinking that these two persons having all the ambrosia, what about me? So he asked his sister-in-law, can I have some of these fruits? She said, no, because you were angry. Now why do you want to have the fruits? He said, please, please let me have some. So he was given some fruits. And when he ate it, he said, my goodness, it has the essence of the best fruits. That is how. Above all sophistication, about all these mechanical things, is this dynamic power of love, which is given to you as it was given to Sri Ganesh. And you should be assuming that. Assume. Once you have the assumption, then you can project individually or collectively. Even if you want to win over somebody in your heart, you should say, all right, the Goddess Mother, please act on this fellow.
Человеку. Вы
Let my
должны-
pure love act on him. And you'll be surprised how you'll win over. 99% people will come into the complete control of this pure love. At the same time, this pure love ruins, destroys completely any negative force that is trying to harm. It teaches you how to understand a complete picture of reality, because it is the light which enlightens all darkness, within or without. When you have that love, you are peaceful within and your peace manifests. May God bless you.
Да благословит вас всех Бог.